Yo, what's up guys, I'm Charis and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the most useful discords for Runescape. As you probably know, Discord servers have become a tool to help in other games. I picked the top 5 which are in my opinion the most useful ones for Runescape because there are so many that are really useful as well, but I will be having other videos on the most useful ones specifically for skilling, minigames and distraction and diversions, and PvM. So this one are just the most useful ones in general. Without further ado, let's get started with the video. To start off, we have of course the RuneScape official Discord, and this is more of a hangout and community Discord. You won't find anything that's extremely useful to you here, but if you like to talk to people about the game, give your ideas and suggestions to the staff, you can definitely go in here and do that. Although they do have server roles which will notify you whenever certain events happen, so you can tag yourself for something like the Amulet Voice of Seren or the Ironworth Voice of Seren, and it'll just notify you whenever that goes on. You can also check whenever distractions and diversions are going on, or you can just identify yourself as an Iron Man, Hardcore Iron Man, free to play, pay to play, or things like that. You can also get notified whenever the pylon or the thing from the Orden dig site goes off, so this could be pretty useful. They also have a section for customer support, so you could report a bug or just get support on your account if there's anything going wrong with it. The rest of the channels are just general discussions about the game or events that are going on. You could go into the Ninja team and leave a suggestion in there if there's something that you would like to see in game. They have a specific channel for suggestions, and you can upvote and downvote things if you like them or not. You can also go into the lore section and just talk to people about lore if that's something that you're interested in. And finally, they have voice channels. If you want to go PvMing with someone and for some reason you don't want to use your own Discord, you could just go in here. Next up, we have what in my opinion is the MVP of all RuneScape Discord servers, and that is the price check and trade Discord. So as the name suggests, this Discord is used to price check and trade things. In order to price check something, you just have to go into one of these channels down here where it says price check here. You can go to any one of them and just type PC and whatever item you want to price check. So let's do Zaro's Godsword, for example. Make sure you spell it right. And there it is. It shows you what the item is selling for. So of course it can't track the GE trades, so you do have to send a screenshot in here for the bot to actually register it. But the last trade that is registered in here was 7 hours ago, and it sold for 1.1 bill. So if I were to buy a Zaro's Godsword, I know the price that I can put into the GE and just get the best value out of my buck. In order to register a trade, you can go to the record here channel or record here channel, and you just send a screenshot of it. This just allows the bot to have the most information possible, and it just helps everyone else out. They also have a self-assigned channel on here, so if there's something in particular that you would like to buy, let's say I wanted to buy a white party hat, I could just click on here, and that gives me the role for the white party hat. So whenever someone goes to the person-to-person channel, where people buy and sell directly to someone, and they do at white party hat, they can send whatever price they're selling it for or just their offer, and it'll notify me because I have that role. They also have services on here, something like Refer a Friend Scroll or Crowd Junior, DG Floors, or Warband Supplies, and you can just click on these in order to get that role. And if people are selling these, you can get notified as well. And finally, they have a bit of an Idlescape game here where you can just play. It's kind of just like a RuneScape game, just on Discord. I've never personally played it, but if that sounds interesting to you, you should definitely check it out. Of course, the main feature of this channel is just to price check things and know the value of the items you are buying. I like to hang out in these channels and just see what people are price checking. Sometimes they price check like rares that I've forgotten about or weapons and armor, and I can just see what has gone down and what has gone up and what's worth buying whenever I do want to buy it. Next up, we have another huge and extremely useful Discord, and that is the PvM Encyclopedia. If you're looking to get into PvM or just literally anything PvM related, this is where you want to be. They have written guides for pretty much every boss. Under table of contents, you can see pretty much everything that's in this Discord. They got low tier PvM with bosses like Barrows, Chaos Elemental, God Wars 1. They got mid tier PvM with Corp, Calfight King, Legios, Nex, God Wars 2, Elite Dungeons, and high tier PvM with things like AOD, Raids, Raksha, Solak, and pretty much guides for every single one of them. So if you wanted to learn Yaka, you could just go in here, and they have a very detailed guide on how to do Yaka with inventory setups and all of the mechanics, everything you need to know. For something harder like Telos, they have guides for 0 to 99, 1k plus with every style. They have stun guides. For Rago, they have a specific guide for duo, for hard mode, for trio, tips and tricks. This is really where you want to be if you're looking to get into any boss. If you're not looking to get into a specific boss but just want to get better at PvM overall, there are sections for that as well. You got upgrading info, miscellaneous information, and DPM advice. Let's go one by one and see what they are. First off, the DPM advice just breaks down every single ability for every single style. You could go to mage or melee and it'll show you things that you probably don't know about PvM, and if you do want to get better, you probably want to learn as well. The upgrading info is a really cool section as well, and you should definitely check it out. The armor and weapon section just shows you pretty much every useful weapon and armor piece in the game. They got boots, they got bracelets, they got gloves, whatever you need is in here, and it just breaks it down for you and tells you what it does. You also got consumables, which are things like food, potions, the combination potions, adrenaline potions, foam bombs, instant sticks. All of these things are useful for PvM, and if you don't know what they do, you should definitely give these a read. As for permanent unlocks, these are things that you definitely want to unlock as soon as possible. Things like invention, auras, prayers, curses, tier 99 prayers, relics, all the useful ones for PvM are in here. If at some point you find yourself without nothing to do, you could go in here and just see what's in here, what you don't have, and just do whatever you need to do in order to unlock these. They have a bunch of quests that are useful. They have the Reaper store. They got the perks from player-owned farms, the max cape, the perks on 99 capes that are useful for PvM, and miscellaneous upgrades as well. They also have a section for all of the abilities that you don't have just on your account and you have to unlock somehow. They already have the abilities from Raksha in here. They tell you where to get them, how much they're worth and what they do, and just the priority, which ones are worth getting more than the others. For example, Greater Ricochet, which is pretty much the best ability that came from Raksha, is a high priority because it's a really big increase on DPS, while Chain, not so much, it's just medium. Next up, we have my absolute favorite channel on here, and that is the upgrade order. This just tells you what order you should be buying or unlocking things in. So for example, let's say I want to upgrade my melee setup. Let's go over here, and depending on what you have, you can see what you should be getting next. So depending on how much of a DPS increase that is. So for example, the first thing you should be buying are Dragors and a Scythe, because that is tier 90 damage. You should put entry level perks on those before you get tier 90 armor. And once you get down here, you can see things that are more niche. For example, the offhand tier 92. You should definitely get the on hand first and then put perks on it, then get laceration boots, then custom fitted tree masterwork, and then you can get the offhand. So this is just a suggestion on things to follow when you're upgrading your gear. You can see right here just how much information they have on PvM, and pretty much anything in here is useful. So anyone who is remotely interested on getting into PvM or getting more DPS or whatever that it is, you should definitely be on this server and be reading all of this. Next up, we have the achievement help Discord, and this is where you want to be if you are into achievements or you're going for your comp cape, your trim comp, or your master quest cape. Anything related to achievements in game, you should definitely check the server out. As with other servers, they do have a role info and role sign up, so you can just get notified whenever there's something going on that you would be interested in. So for example, on here they have the elite creatures from Slayer. They got a consistent Yak card, which just gives you a potion from the combination potions in Priv. They got corrupted egg, which is a pet, a rare impling. They got ravens. They got things for achievements like open bar, which is a kind of hard one, or just a rare one, I guess, because it's not really that hard. But they got things for armor achievements, for the Dragonstorm armor achievement, for example. They got roles for the traveling merchant, so if you're interested on getting the gift of the Reaper or Death Touch darts. Things for comp like the Livid plant, which will help you in Livid farm. All of that is on here, and you can just tag yourself by clicking on these letters and you'll get notified whenever that is happening. You can also go to the chat section in order to ask questions if you're stuck in an achievement or if you want to know the most efficient way of doing a requirement for comp or trim. They have guides for every single of the endgame capes. So the comp cape over here, you got your guides for certain requirements which might be harder than others. You also have information on time-gated events or requirements, which you definitely want to pay attention to if you are going for comp, so you can get it as quickly as possible. As you probably know, RuneScape doesn't end with comp or trim completionist. You also have the true trim. So they have guides and trims that might be useful for true trim. For example, getting the pet from Wisp of the Grove or the Troll Invasion, Distraction and Diversion. You got the unlockables, which are not necessarily a requirement for any of the capes. And they also have guides and skills, Reaper kills, daily money making runs. It's just a really good place to be if you're remotely interested on getting any of the achievement capes. It's a really useful one, and I know I used it a lot whenever I was going for my trim. Next up, we got the Clue Chasers Friends Chat, which is everything related to Clue Scrolls. So I know there's a lot of people that have interest in Clue Scrolls, and the activity overall has grown a lot over the years with the updates that they've done. So this is a really good Discord as well. The first interesting channel that you're going to see here is the Hall of Fame, and this just holds the records for the most clues, the most dice. You can see the most blood dice unlocked. Unisushi has 9, Yos has 8. For the third age, Unisushi has 13. I know Unisushi does so many clues. They did like a 2500 master opening a little bit ago. It was insane. They also have roles all the way from Clue Beginner to God of Clues, 256,000 points. I don't know if anybody has that, but these roles are actually automatically set. All you have to do is go into the bot commands channel and set your RSN, and then just use the command =clues to update your clue info. It's that easy. The bot does everything for you. So if we go to the bot commands, I already set my RSN on here, but I will do =clues. And there we go. I have 7,039 points with a total of 992 clues, and it tells me I'm only 961 treasure trove points away from the clue disciple role, so that's probably at 8,000. This is more of a fun kind of thing, but as for usefulness, this is also a really good Discord. They have solving requirements, everything you need to do in order to solve every single one of the clue steps, so quests and locked areas. They got gathering presets, which is the most efficient presets in order to gather the clues. So for example, this one's for easies. You're just gonna go pickpocket ham members. And they got others for something like hellhound farming, or a video from Aura and Sushi on how to gather elite clues. You got your solving presets, which just has every useful item in order to go hunt your clues, or complete your clues, I should say. They've got it for elite, for masters, they got mediums, hard is right here, and then easies as well. They got discussion channels as well, so if you want to talk clues, this is the place to be. There's a bunch of people in here, and they're going to be happy to help you out, or just talk whatever you want to talk about. You got your rewards, people showing off whatever they get. So many dice on here, I'm jealous. And finally, they got competitions, so if you want to spice up your clues, come in here and do whatever it needs to be done in order to enter the competition. They even have an oyster competition, just trying to see who gets the highest oyster. So if you get a die, definitely post it on here and you're probably gonna win. Anyways guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm gonna have other videos on different categories of useful Discord servers. So make sure you click on the playlist on screen now to see if those videos are already out. You can also subscribe to the channel to be the first ones to get them. Like the video if you did enjoy it, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.